Good morning. This morning my name is Kelsey Rogers and I'll be talking to you about Show Cattle 101. I've chosen Show Cattle 101 as a lesson plan to teach for my flipped classroom design for Dr. Robinson's class for my completion of my master's degree. I grew up in a small town in southern Oklahoma showing cattle, goats, swine, whatever you think of, I've probably shown it. I really enjoyed the show cattle industry. I knew nothing about it as I started. I had help from a local producer and from my boss at the feed store. My family grew up farming, had pasture cattle, which are a lot different than show cattle. Therefore, they were not able to help me as much as they wish that they could. So as soon as we got this opportunity to do a flipped classroom design, lesson plan, and video, I chose the show cattle industry because I believe there's a lot of students that would love to show cattle. However, they do not have the resources, they don't have the background information to be able to do that. So I wanted to take this lesson plan, stretch it out across several weeks, be able to show them the beginning to the end of the show cattle industry, how it starts, what you do, and how it ends, and what needs to be done afterwards. The flipped classroom design approach makes sure that the students are involved, make sure that they are included in all aspects of the learning experience. I personally believe that's great because if you just read it, take a test on it, then you forget it. You don't remember it, you don't have any comprehension of the background information that you need to keep. If you're involved, you have more of the ability to remember what was going on, how you learned things, what you need to remember, how important it was. Therefore, I believe the flipped classroom design would be great, especially in the livestock industry. Make sure that they get a hands-on approach with each animal. Make sure that they have a great understanding of what that animal needs to be taken care of. Make sure that they have a great understanding of what has to be done in the show ring. I just think it's a great tool to be able to show students how the show operates, what the industries do, and how beneficial they are to the United States. I grew up in a small town, like I stated. I showed various different species of animals. I really enjoyed the show cattle industry. I knew nothing about it as soon as I started. I went to a local producer's sale that has a sale in the fall and the spring, and purchased a heifer, knew nothing other than I wanted to name it. We loaded up in the trailer, took it to our local FFA chapter, and left it at the barn. From there, I learned how to bathe it, how to blow dry it, how to tie it up to make sure that it learns how to stay underneath the fan, how to put it in a cooler, how to clip it, how to clip its hooves, anything and everything that you could think of that needs to be done with a show calf, I've learned how to do. My first year was not so pleasant. I went to a livestock show because my agriculture education teacher wanted me to. I'm kind of scared of the calf at the time. Went and ended up in the emergency room after getting stepped on. We got that taken care of, went back and showed my goats that afternoon at the same livestock show. Really didn't want to show the calf anymore, but I had already spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort in learning how to take care of it and how to handle it. So just dust yourself off, get back up, and do it over again. So I learned how to take care of her again. After that, obviously animals are just like anything else. They can change, they can have mood swings, anything can happen. Therefore, she may have been having a bad day, she may have been upset about something, been scared. She'd never been to livestock shows. So after this, I went on and showed at the big shows with the local producer that I purchased my calf from. I learned a lot from him and his team about clipping, how to take care of them, how to handle them, what needs to be done in the show ring, what doesn't need to be done in the show ring, and how to assist others, making friends at the shows, making friends throughout the United States, going to livestock shows, getting to know people. You're going to be around the same people the whole time that you're showing. The same people will be consistently over and over again at the livestock shows that you attend. So make sure to make those friendships, make sure to make those bonds. They'll be everlasting. I still talk to a lot of the people that I showed with, still hang out with them, still keep up with the livestock industry with that. Many people use this as this is where they make their money. They do show cattle, they raise them, they teach others how to take care of them. For my flipped classroom design, I had planned a PowerPoint presentations to begin each different section of the lesson plan that I've turned in for my flipped classroom design. You can't just teach Show Cattle 101 in one lesson. You're gonna have to spread it out so that each student gets a hands-on experience with each different step of the show cattle industry. Make sure that they understand how to comb it, make sure they know how to put a halter on, make sure that they know how to properly show it. Just different things that's gonna have to be explained. It can't all be done in one lesson. Therefore, I've broken out my lesson plan into different weeks. The beginning of the lesson, I will do a pretest to see which student is more advanced, which students need more assistance. Take that pretest and learn from it, be able to assist them, one-on-one interaction, make sure that they know that I'm there to help them, that I'm not too busy to help them, that I want them to succeed in the show cattle industry. Once I do the presentation at the beginning of each class of the PowerPoint, I will interact with them, make sure that they're interacting with me, make sure that they're asking questions, that they are understanding the questions that are being asked, make sure that they have a greater understanding of the livestock industry, especially the show cattle industry, before the end of the day. After the PowerPoint presentation is over, we will go to a local producer, different local producers across the town, and take them through each different step so that each student can have a grasp of what they're doing, what will be expected of them, what's properly done and what's not properly done. Make sure that they have a good understanding of how to hold a calf, how to show a calf, how to wash a calf. Just simple things that we don't think about is a very difficult task for somebody that's never done it. At the end of the lesson plan weeks, I'll make sure that they've taken a test, that they feel comfortable in teaching others how to show the calf. I will then have them go to the local 4-H office and teach the clover buds and the students that are their own age. Have them show them everything that they've learned throughout the process. Make sure that those students learn the same way under the supervision of myself, but they will be teaching them. This way they are taking what they have learned and experienced, turning it around and teaching someone else the proper way to show a calf, how to take care of them. That way that this is spreading throughout the county, not just at our school. I want this to be a learning experience. I think the flipped classroom design is wonderful. We personally did not have a lot of it at my high school. However, it's becoming more and more of a very good learning tool for students. They remember more if they are involved more, as I would have if I would have had the opportunity. Therefore, I believe as agriculture advocates, teaching agriculture to others is a good way to get them involved, get them excited about the process, get them excited about the industry, and therefore we can have a greater future in the agriculture industry and not only in the show cattle industry. I hope that you have a great semester next semester. Thank you so much for all your help. I really enjoyed learning all the different aspects that we have learned this semester. The flipped classroom design especially, I think it's great, and we'll implement it if I become an agriculture education teacher in the future. Thank you again, Dr. Robinson. Have a good day.